And now let's do Ruth 2:11 in Hebrew. See if you can pronounce this. And here's how I would pronounce it. Vaya'an Boaz, Vayomer La, Hugad, Li. All right, what do you recognize? Vav Patak doubling. This is a converted imperfect or a preterite. And that means that the yod is a performative of the imperfect. It's a third masculine singular performative, so the subject is he, and he something. And in fact, Boaz is the he, and Boaz did something. What did he do? Well, there are only two letters left, which it's a mystery. So there's a consonant gone missing. Is it a first yod or nun? Is it a middle weak vav or yod? Nope, it's a third hey, ana, which means to answer. So it's and Boaz answered by Yomer, and he said, vav patak doubling, it's a converted imperfect or preterite. Yod, third masculine singular, from Amar, so it's a G stem. Then la is the preposition to, and then the third feminine singular object suffix to her. So, and Boaz answered, and he said to her. Now here we have something that I don't know in all my videos that I've done that we've encountered yet. And now for the first time ever in this video series, we've got a Hoph'al or an HP. So if the Hoph'al is a causative stem to cause something to happen, then this is the Hoph'al. It's the passive, to be caused to do something. Now this is nagad. Nun assimilates when no vowel separates. The nun has been sucked into the gimel, and it's double gimel, double the gimel. So nagad is just a word that it doesn't do G, I don't think. It might. I mean, we could look up in the dictionary, but it typically is in another stem. I think it's usually a PL or a D stem. Anyway, that's not important right now. The main thing is this is passive. So this, the U class vowel, by the way, is often a sign of the passive. We usually get some kind of a U or O after the performative or whatever when it's a passive. So the G passive has a sharuk after it. The pu'al or the Hoph'al with an O. Anyway, so that's a hint that you might be looking at a passive. This is the same thing, nagad. This one is the HP or Hoph'al perfect third masculine singular. It was told to me, or he was told to me. Anyway, we wouldn't say that in English. And then this is the infinitive construct, to be told. To be told, it was told. And the infinitive, or infinitive absolute, is it? Let me check. Yes, it's an infinitive absolute. The infinitive absolute is used in the construction, dying you will die, that kind of a pleonastic, being told it was told. It's like, that's too much, it's bad writing, but not in Hebrew. In Hebrew, it's like, it was surely told. Boaz answered and he said, for sure it was told to me. Absolutely it was told to me. So being told it was told, that's a Hebrew idiom. And it uses the way that's usually structured is an infinitive absolute, then with the same verb. But so it's dying, you will die, etc. So, and then li is la, to, and hirik yod is me. So la and li, to her, to me. So, and Boaz answered, and he said to her, surely it was told to me. For sure it was told to me. See if you can pronounce this line. Here's my pronunciation. Kol asher asit et ha motek akare mot ishake. Okay, so surely it was told to me, kol, all, asher, that, okay, all that asit, to do. This is an infinitive construct, I believe. All that to do, all that you did, in other words, all that you did for et hamotek, your mother-in-law. So et is the direct object marker. So to do to your mother-in-law. We know what you did to your mother-in-law, although this is good. All the good things you did to your mother-in-law. We know all that you did to your mother-in-law. The ka is a second feminine singular possessive suffix, your. And then kamot is the mother-in-law. So we know it was told, surely it was told to me, all that you did for your mother-in-law, Akre, after Mot, to die, your husband, Ishak. So again, second feminine singular, your. Ish is husband, and then Mot is, again, infinitive, to die. All right, so, and Boaz answered, and he said to her, for sure it was told me, all that you did for your mother-in-law after your husband died. We have to play with it. It's not going to make good English. Oh, this is why I've been late with these videos, because I wrote a quick book. I did a thing on TikTok, not TikTok. I did it on Twitter, and it had like 152,000 views. So I thought I should write this up. So anyway, if you're interested in my book, there's also a paperback version, Biblical Argument for Women in Ministry and Leadership. We talk about Deborah and Huldah. They're in the Old Testament and Genesis 1 through 3 a little bit too. Anyway, little infomercial in the middle. Moving on. Let's finish this verse in Ruth. See if you can pronounce this Hebrew. Here's my pronunciation. Vata'azvi avik v'imik imek v'aretz. All right. So azav is to abandon or forsake. But this isn't, I mean, maybe they felt this bad, how you left. I think it's softer than that. But here we have vav patak doubling, so it's converted imperfect or preterite. That means this is the performative. A tav with a hirik at the end is a 1-2 punch, and it's a second feminine singular. And you abandoned your father and your mother. You left them. I mean, I guess they probably felt like they were abandoned. I don't know. We don't have them to interview. But anyway, how you left your father and your mother, that says something. Boaz is like, that's like big deal. You abandon your father and your mother and the land. I know it's a land because when we get to the end of the chain, it has a yor on it. So that makes it definite. The land of your birth. That makes it a definite land. It's not a land of your birth. There is a definite land of your birth. So if the final word in a construct chain is definite, then all the words in a construct chain is definite. So, and you abandon, and this is, by the way, call or G stem. It's nothing done to it. And you abandoned your father and your mother in the land of your birth. So let's pronounce this Hebrew. Can you pronounce it? Here's my attempt. Molad take, v'telaki, el am asher lo yada'at. Okay, so the land of your birth, vav patak doubling, another converted imperfect or preterite, and you went. So again, we've got a tav and a yod at the end with a 1-2 punch, second feminine singular, you, feminine you. This is halak. The first hey has gone away. That's peculiarity of this particular, of halak, but to go or to walk. And you walked to a people, el am, to a people that, asher, relative pronoun, not you knew. You didn't know them. You didn't know anything about us. We're peculiar here in Bethlehem. No. Yada is to know. It's a call stem or G stem. The t is second feminine singular. You knew. A land you did not know. So, and I've heard all this stuff. It's an amazing story. How you abandoned your father and your mother in the land of your birth, and you went to a people you didn't know. Wow, what were you thinking? No, I'm glad you did. And then we end up, pronounce this Hebrew, tamol, shil shom. This is an interesting idiom here. I looked at this shil shom and I thought, 3? Because shalosh is 3. What's going on here? But it's an idiom. You didn't know us 3 days ago. That's kind of a strange Hebrew idiom for you didn't know me before. You didn't know me 3 days ago. So try that on your friends next time you see them. Hey, I haven't seen you for 3 days. And they're like, no, I saw you yesterday. No, I haven't seen you for 3 days. Well, anyway, actually it's longer than yesterday. It's previously before. You didn't know us previously before. These are both adverbs as it turns out. So tamol is previously, and then shil shom 3 days ago or something like that just means you didn't know me 3 days ago. You didn't know me ever. Something like that. Strange idiom, but languages are fun, aren't they? Well, this has been Ruth. to 11, where Boaz is basically, I've heard your story. It's a fascinating story. And the story will hopefully continue.